The person and the corporation. The relationship between the individual and the corporation is a complex one. Individuals working within a business or professional environment are faced with ethical challenges that demand intellectual and moral deliberation skills. This is particularly true for those in leadership positions who bear the burden of making decisions that can have significant impact on both the corporation and the wider society. The ethical dilemmas and tensions that arise in such situations are a reflection of the broader social and economic systems that corporations operate within. Individuals in business are often faced with ethical challenges that arise in the course of their professional duties. As a result, individuals within a business or professional environment are expected to possess intellectual and moral deliberation skills to make ethical decisions that affect not only the corporation but also the stakeholders. Intellectual and moral deliberation skills. Intellectual and moral deliberation skills are crucial in making ethical decisions in a business or professional environment. Intellectual deliberation involves the application of logical reasoning to weigh the pros and cons of a decision. On the other hand, moral deliberation involves the application of moral principles, values, and standards to make a decision that is morally right. Both intellectual and moral deliberation skills are necessary for an individual to make ethical decisions that align with their personal and professional values. Intellectual deliberation skills require an individual to critically analyze a situation, consider the relevant facts, and evaluate the various options available. Individuals with strong intellectual deliberation skills can identify the potential risks and benefits of each option and make a decision that maximizes the benefits and minimizes the risks. These skills are particularly important in a business or professional environment where decisions can have far-reaching consequences for the corporation and the stakeholders. Moral deliberation skills require an individual to consider the moral implications of a decision. Individuals with strong moral deliberation skills can identify the moral principles, values, and standards that are relevant to the decision and make a decision that aligns with these principles. This is particularly important in a business or professional environment where decisions can have a significant impact on the stakeholders, including customers, employees, suppliers, and the wider community. Ethical challenges. Individuals within a business or professional environment face ethical challenges that can arise from various sources. These challenges can arise from conflicts of interest, pressures to achieve performance targets, cultural differences, and differing ethical standards. Individuals need to possess intellectual and moral deliberation skills to navigate these challenges and make ethical decisions that align with their personal and professional values. Conflicts of interest can arise when an individual has a personal interest that conflicts with their professional duties. For example, a manager may be tempted to award a contract to a friend or relative even if there are more qualified candidates. Individuals need to be aware of these conflicts of interest and have the intellectual and moral deliberation skills to make a decision that aligns with their professional responsibilities. Pressures to achieve performance targets can lead to unethical behavior. For example, a salesperson may be tempted to exaggerate the benefits of a product to meet their sales targets. Individuals need to have the intellectual and moral deliberation skills to make a decision that aligns with their personal and professional values, even if it means not meeting performance targets. Cultural differences and differing ethical standards can also create ethical challenges for individuals within a business or professional environment. For example, a company operating in a country with lax labor laws may be tempted to exploit its employees to increase profits. Individuals need to be aware of these cultural differences and differing ethical standards and have the intellectual and moral deliberation skills to make a decision that aligns with their personal and professional values. The burdens of leadership can be significant when making ethical decisions within a business or professional environment. Leaders are often faced with complex and challenging ethical dilemmas that require them to balance the interests of various stakeholders, including the corporation, the employees, the customers, and the wider community. Leaders need to have the intellectual and moral deliberation skills to make ethical decisions that align. Leadership is a position of great responsibility, and it comes with a variety of burdens. Leaders are often faced with tough decisions, and the consequences of their actions can have a significant impact on their followers and the organization they lead. Some of the burdens of leadership are: Number 1, decision-making. Leaders are often responsible for making tough decisions, and the decisions they make can have far-reaching consequences. They must weigh the pros and cons of every decision and consider the impact it will have on their organization and its stakeholders. Making the wrong decision can have a significant impact on the organization and the people it serves. Number 2, accountability. Leaders are held accountable for the actions of their organization, both good and bad. They must take responsibility for any mistakes made by their team and work to rectify them. They must also be willing to take the blame when things go wrong, even if the mistake was not entirely their fault. Number 3, pressure. Leaders often face high levels of pressure from multiple sources, including shareholders, employees, customers, and stakeholders. They must balance the needs of these different groups and make decisions that are in the best interest of everyone involved. This pressure can be overwhelming and can take a toll on the leader's mental and physical health. Number 4, vision. Leaders are responsible for setting the vision and direction for their organization. They must have a clear understanding of the organization's goals and objectives and communicate this vision to their team. This requires a great deal of foresight and strategic thinking. Number 5, communication. Leaders must be effective communicators both in terms of listening and conveying information. They must be able to listen to the concerns of their team and stakeholders while also communicating their own expectations and goals clearly. Number 6, time management. Leaders often have a lot on their plate, and they must be able to manage their time effectively. They must balance their responsibilities as a leader with their personal and professional obligations.